Sir, vaccination sir, college already?
Hello. Yes, tell me, Rakesh.
Hello, sir.
So in previous class, we started about inverting amplifier. Okay. So in that we discussed about derivations for the inverting amplifier, closed loop voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, and bandwidth feedback, right? So next we'll move on to the problem here. Next we'll take one problem, right? So what is the given problem here? So assuming an op amp to be ideal, okay, means you have to consider first op amp is in ideal condition. After that, you have to derive the equation for the closed loop gain, that is in terms of V0 by Vi. Okay. After that, you have to take the inverting amplifier for the gain of 100. Okay. First, you have to consider op amp in ideal. Understood? Then you take closed loop gain as a G, that is V0 by Vi. Okay, for the ideal op amp. Then you consider as a op amp gain is 100. So what is the input resistance for the ideal op amp here? 1 mega ohm. Okay, these are the given parameters. So resistance is how much here? 1 mega ohm. Okay, what is the gain equation here? V0 by Vi. Okay, what is the gain value here? 100. So assume that the practical reason it is required not to use resistor. Okay, uh, it is not to use resistor greater than the 1 mega ohm. Okay, means so you have to take resistor almost less than the 1 mega ohm. Understood? If you use the 1 mega ohm resistance, okay, then there is no use of using resistor here. Okay, always you have to reduce the resistance value. Okay, that's why I have to choose resistance value below the 1 mega ohm. That is a condition here. Compare your design with the based on the inverting configuration. So here, sometimes in exams they can give the diagram here. Okay, sometimes they don't give any diagram here. So better to practice this one. There is only one problem here. So practice this diagram here. First, you consider now inverting amplify. Inverting other. So consider positive is connected to ground. Okay, positive is connected to ground here. Here you take negative is connected to source. Okay, negative is connected to source voltage here. Then it is connected to input resistance. Okay. Then for the feedback path, when output is connected to input of the op amp, okay, there are three resistors here. Okay, there are three resistors. Which are those here? R2, R3, and R4. Okay, so all three resistors are connected in parallel form: R2, R3, and R4. Understood? See here. So what is the purpose of connecting three resistors here? We need to find out the resistance. Okay, we need to find out the resistance. Design means what here? You have to find out the R1, R2, R3, R4, like that you have to consider here. So here you take three resistors for the feedback here: R2, R3, and R4. The main thing is find out the current across the R1, current across the R2, current across the R4, current across the R3. Okay, wherever resistance is there, you have to find out the voltage and current, because you take according to here, what is the equation here? V is equal to I and R. So wherever resistance is there, there is a voltage and current. So that you have to analyze. Okay, there are four resistance here. Okay, from R1 to R4. From R1 to R4, you always have to find out the voltage and current. Okay, first you take R1 here. You take R1 here. What is the input voltage here? Vi. Okay, then what is the negative sign of the op amp here? V1 voltage. What is the positive sign of the voltage here? That is V2. Okay, so V1 is negative and V2 is positive. Here the taker voltage flowing from the negative sign to output of the op amp. See here, there are three resistors, right? Okay, three resistors are meeting at a point here. The point is how much here? That is what is the point here? That is X. Okay, the point located at the X here. Okay, because this X point it is connected to three resistors. Okay, three resistors are meeting at a point that is X. Okay, so voltage across this point is now Vx. Understood? So Vx means what here? So all three resistors are meeting at a point. Okay, meeting at a point here. So that voltage is how much here? Vx. So that you have to find out here. So current across the R2 is I2, current across the R3 is I3, current across the R4 is I4. Okay, then V0. V0 means it's the output of the op amp. First you take op amp as ideal. Okay, op amp as ideal means the open loop gain is infinite. Okay, open loop gain is Infinite means without feedback resistance, you have to take gain here. How much here? Infinite. After that, you take V naught equation. We know the V naught equation, right? That is A into V2 minus V1. Okay, A into V2 minus V1. What is V2 here? That is ground, because it is the non-inverting. Okay, so VT is ground here. Put 0 value for the V2 here. Then simplify here. V1 you take it outside. So what will get here? Minus V0 by A. Okay, so V1 is equal to what here now? Minus V0 by A. That should be equal to what here? 0. Understood? So V0 by infinity and almost 0. A value is infinity here. Put infinity value here. So V1 becomes 0. Okay, when V2 is 0 here, V1 is 0 because it acts as a virtual ground. Okay, it acts as a virtual ground here. When V2 is ground, V1 is also 0. Understood? So therefore, inverting input is now V1 is 0. Understood? After that, we know the V1, right? V1 is connected where here? R1 resistance. Okay, current across the R1 resistance is how much here? That is I1. You take according terms, I is equal to V by R. Okay, I is equal to V by R. So take now I1 is equal to Vi minus V1 divided by R1. Means you take difference in voltage. Okay, you take current across the R1 here. You take difference in Vi minus V1 divided by R1. Same thing they written here. So you take now what is V1 value? 0. Once you got V1 is 0. Substitute 0 here. So here I1 is equal to now Vi divided by R1. I1 is equal to what here? Vi by R. Understood? For an op amp, Ri is infinity here. Okay, means input impedance or input resistance of the ideal op amp is how much here? Infinite. Okay, gain is also infinite here. So when resistance is infinite here, there is a zero current across the inverting input. Okay, there is a zero current in the input of the op amp. Okay, so resistance is more here, current is very less. Okay, for that you have to choose zero current flowing in the input of the op amp. Understood? So current through the R1 now, it should be equal to current through the R2. Okay, so R1 is equal to R2. When an input resistance is very high. Okay, when input resistance is very high here, okay, current flowing across the R1 and R2 is almost equal. So I can write the according to Ohm's law for the I1 equation, that is V by R1 here, that should be equal to I2. Understood? So what is the I2 equation now? Vi by R1. Remember this one here. Okay. So I1 is equal to I2 when input resistance is infinite. Next, we can determine the voltage at the node X. Okay, what is node X here? This point. Okay, all three resistors are meeting at this point, right? So this one is R2. What is R2 here? It's a feedback resistance here. Okay, current across the R2 is how much here? I2. I2 is equal to I1 now. Next, you have to find out this point because all three resistors are meeting at this point here, I3, I4, and I2. So for that, you can write the equation for the Vx. Okay, so Vx is equal to now V1 minus I2 into R2. Okay, V1 minus I2 into R2 means you have to take difference in voltage. Okay, difference in voltage. V1 minus I2 into R2. I2 into R2 means what here? It's a feedback voltage. Okay, it's a feedback voltage here. Okay, or you can take V0 also. You can take V0 also here, but you can write according to terms, so that is I2 into R2 here. So you take difference in input voltage and current across the R2 resistance I2 into R2 here. Then what is V1 value? 0. What is I2 here? What you got here? Vi divided by R. Substitute here. Okay, V1 is 0. Vi by R1 for the I2 here. Then simplify here. So what you got here? Vx now. All resistance are meeting at a point, that is Vx point. How much here? Minus R2 by R1 into Vi. Okay, means the Vx voltage, it depends on the input voltage multiplied by the R2 resistance and inversely proportional to R1 resistance. Understood? Then you have to find out the I3. Okay, I3 means what here? Current across the R3 resistance. R3 is connected where here? Where it is connected? R3, ground and X point. Okay, ground and X point here. Same thing, you take R3 now. Ground means zero voltage. and minus is difference value, okay, with respect to Vx. You take academic terms like V by R, right? Okay, you take ground voltage minus Vx voltage divided by R3. Ground voltage how much here? 0. So how much you got Vx here? Minus R2 by R1 you multiply with Vi. Understood? So I3 is equal to now minus Vx by R3. That should be equal to minus 1 by R3 multiply with the minus R2 by R1 into Vi. Okay, I have to simplify. Okay, wherever Vx is the substitute minus R2 by R1 into Vi, then simplify here. What you got the I3? R2 divided by R1 into R3 into Vi. Okay, this is the complete. This is the complete equation for the I3. Here you got I2. Okay, I2 is equal to I1. Here you got I3. Understood? Then apply the KCL. Okay, Kirchhoff current law. What is current law here? I4 is equal to I2 plus I3. What is I4 here? Output current. Current across the R4. Okay, current across the R4 what here? It's the sum of the I2 and I3. KCL ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? Incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Yes or no? So here outgoing current is what here? I4. So what are the incoming current now? I2 plus I3. Same thing apply KCL here at the point CX. Here you take I4 you take now. Okay, I4 is the outgoing current. It should be equal to I2 plus I3. So I2 is what here? That is Vi by R1. You know that I1 is equal to I2, right? I1 is what is the equation here? Vi by R1. Understood? So next, here you take I3. So what is I3 here? R2 divided by R1 plus R3 into Vi. Substitute here. Okay, and then you'll get I4 is now Vi divided by R1 plus R2 divided by R1 plus R3 into Vi. Finally, we can find out the output voltage by applying the KCL across the output side. That is V0 is equal to now difference in Vx minus I4 into R3. Okay, we can find out the output voltage Vx minus I4 into R4. So what is Vx here? Minus R2 by R1 Vi. Same thing you substitute here. We know the I4, right? From what you got here, Vi by R1 plus R2 by R1 plus R3 into Vi. Okay, substitute here. Substitute and simplify here. Okay, then we'll get final equation, that is V0 by Vi in terms of gain. Okay, you have to arrange the equation in the form of V0 by Vi. That is closed loop gain. That should be equal to what now? Minus R2 by R1 into 1 plus R4 divided by R2 plus R4 divided by R3. This is the simplified, okay, gain equation for the given problem. Understood? So what is the given resistance value in the problem here? 1 mega ohm. Okay, input resistance how much here? 1 mega ohm. Okay, if you choose the R2, R3, R4, 1 mega ohm here, then V0 by Vi is equal to minus 100. Okay, if you choose the R2, R3, R4 resistance in terms of 1 mega ohm here, substitute here, substitute in gain equation. How much you got here? Gain minus 100. We know the gain equation, right? This is the obtained gain equation. Substitute here. We know the R1, we know the R2, R3, R4 here. So after substituting 1 mega ohm for the all resistance here, we get a minus 100. Okay, suppose R2 is 1 mega ohm. Okay, and R3 and R4 are selected for the V0 by Vi, that is minus 100 here. Okay, then we can find out the R4 and R3. Here you have to consider R3 and R4 is the unknown resistance. Okay, R2 is 1 mega ohm and gain of the op-amp is how much here? Minus 100. Okay, from that we can find out the R4 like 1 mega ohm. Understood? Same thing we substitute here. Then we can find out the R3 also. So R3 we got 10.2 kilo. Understood? What is first condition here? They have taken two condition here. Okay, the first condition is what here? Here total how many resistance are there? 4 resistance. If you connect 4 resistance as a 1 mega ohm here, the gain of the op-amp is how much here? Minus 100. That is first condition. Second condition is what here? Here we don't know R3 and R4 value. Okay, R3 and R4 we don't know here, but we know the R2 value and gain of the op-amp. Okay, from that we can find out the R4. Okay, if we choose the R4 as a 1 mega ohm here, then we can get the R3 as a 10.2. Okay, 10.2 kilo. Understood? For the gain of how much here? 100. This is the second condition. Next, we want to take comparison. Okay, in problem they given comparison, right? Consider basic inverting configuration here. To take inverting configuration, G is equal to what here? Minus R2 by R1 for the closed loop. R1 is 1 mega ohm. The gain of the op amp is 100 here. R2 is, we want to find out here. Substitute here, gain is minus 100, R1 is 1 mega ohm here, R2 take it outside here. So R2 will get 100 mega ohm. Okay, this is very large value. Okay, R2 is what here? Almost you're getting 100 mega ohm. Okay, that you have to reduce. So conclusion is what here? So for the large voltage gain without using large resistance in the feedback path. So without using the R2 here, we can make the higher gain here. That is the conclusion of this problem here. Next, if you use the current amplifier. So earlier what they taken here? Voltage amplifier. Okay, and the same thing we can do it for the current amplifier also. Current amplifier ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ input source is current. Okay, voltage amplifier and the input source is voltage. Like that you take here. Here current amplifier means the source is current source here. So apply the current source for the inverting sign. Okay, the negative sign here. So for that we can take KCL equation. I4 is equal to what here? I1 plus I3. Okay, I4 is equal to what here? I1 plus I3. We know the I1, right? I1 is what here? I2. I1 is equal to I2. I3 is equal to what here? R2 by I3. R2 by R3 multiplied by the I1. Okay. Same thing you substitute here. Simplify this one now. We'll get I4 is equal to I1 into 1 plus R2 by R1. Okay, this is the R1, I think, not R3. Here you take I4 is equal to I1 plus I3. Okay, here you take now resistance R2 by R1. Okay, you take R2 by R1 here, not R3 here. You take R2 by R1 because the same current is flowing here. I1 is equal to I2 here. So for that you take 1 plus R2 by R1. Next, R2 and R3 are in effect parallel here. So by making the R3 is lower than the R2 by factor of, okay. So R3 always you have to take lower value compared to R2 because it is going to ground here. Okay, see R3 is going to ground. So choose R3 is less than the R2 in terms of K factor. Okay. So R3 is also forced to carry the current. Okay. For the R2 resistance here. So for that you take equation I2 is equal to I1, then I3 is equal to I1 multiplied with a K factor. Same thing you take I4 is equal to I1 multiplied by the K1 plus 1 factor. So these are the current multiplication. Okay, these are the current multiplication. I4 is equal to now K plus 1 into I1. Understood? Here I2 is equal to I1, current multiplication. So I2 plus I3 is equal to now I4. So here you take now V0 is large without using the large value of for the R4. Okay, I4 is independent of the value of R. Understood? So V0 is not dependent on the R4. Okay, that is the meaning of this one. So this is for the current amplifier. Suppose in exam they can ask either voltage amplifier or current amplifier here. If the given question on the current amplifier means you can write these equations here. If the given voltage amplifier means we can go through these equations. Understood? So this is for the example 5.2. So next to take application of the inverting amplifier. Okay, so this is the one good application for the inverting amplifier. Again, there is the same experiment for the lab also. You have to remember this one. In lab also there is one experiment, weighted summer. You have to conduct practical experiment. Okay, not software here. Have to do hardware experiment here. So first you take op amp here. Okay, so this one is the inverting op amp application side. So for that you take inverting op amp. Okay, so in inverting op amp, the positive is connected to ground. Okay, and the positive is connected to ground here. The negative sign is connected to where here? input. Okay, input side they have taken three voltages V1, V2, V3. Okay, or up to Vn. Means you can take any number of inputs here. Okay, so this one inverting amplifier. Okay, for that negative sign it is connected to source. Okay, negative it is connected to source here. Okay, so for the source they have taken multiple sources. Okay, they are not taken single sources here. See this one here, they have taken multiple V1, V2 up to Vn. You can use any number of sources here. So connect any number of source to negative of the op amp here. Then we can find out the V0 by using the feedback resistor. Okay, by using the feedback resistor. So name of the circuit is what here? Weighted summer. Andre, we want to add the signals. Okay, weighted summer antandre you have to, depending upon the your requirement. Okay, you have to add the signals. Okay, first you know the requirement. Okay, so by using the that requirement we can update the weights. Okay, like 1 voltage, 2 voltage, 3 voltage. So here you can take any number of voltages here. In this circuit they given only 3 voltages, V1 to V1. Okay, if you want you can take 5 also, no problem. The main thing is we want to put the formula. We are going to add the signals across the input of the op amp. Okay, that is the name of the circuit. So here RF it acts as the negative feedback. Okay, because it is connected to negative sign, right? See the connection here. RF is connected to here, negative of the op amp. Okay, RF is connected to negative of the op amp here, so it acts as a negative feedback. Next, you take weighted summer circuit. RF is what here? Feedback resistor, that is negative feedback path. So V1 to V1 is the input signal applied to inverting op amp. There are three resistance here. Okay, R1, R2, Rn, because they have taken 3 voltages, right? So according to voltage, they have taken resistance here. If it is a 5 voltages means you can take 5 resistance, because these resistance it acts as a limiting resistance, means we can control the voltage from the input of the source. Okay, that is the purpose of connecting R1 to Rn resistance. Okay, so current across the R1 is I1, current across the R2 is I2, current across the Rn is IN. Okay, like that you take now. So R1, R2 up to Rn. Okay, R1, R2, Rn. So these are the resistors. Okay, depending upon input signal, we can connect the resistance now to limit the voltages. Then ideal op amp will have a virtual ground appearing at the negative of the input here. So when V2 is ground here, V1 is also ground because of virtual ground. Understood? Remember this one. When V2 is ground, V1 is also ground because of virtual. I think already discussed in previous class here why it is V1 is 0. Next, you take now current across the I1 resistance R1, R2, R3. Okay, same thing. You write the current equation according to Ohm's law. V1 by R1, I2 is equal to V2 by R2, then IN is equal to Vn by Rn. These are the current equations according to Ohm's law, because we are going to add the signals, right, input of the op amp. So for that you take 3 currents, we are going to add it across the input of the op amp. So here you take currents, we are going to add across the input of the op amp here, like total current is I here. Okay, that is the negative of the op amp. So for that you take I1 plus I2 plus up to IN. Means you can use any number of currents. Here I've taken 3, right? So for that you'll take I1 to IN. You are going to add the current. Next, sum of the current, total current, it goes to where here? A feedback resistance. Okay. Since no current flow into the input terminal of the ideal op amp. Okay. What is the meaning of this one here? Here I is what here? Total current. Okay, total current I1 plus I2 plus IN. Okay. So this total current, it will go to RF. Okay, it goes to RF here, but it will not go to input of the op amp. Why? Because here the resistance of the op amp is very high, infinite resistance. So for that, zero current is flowing in. Okay, only current is flowing across the feedback resistors. Same thing they given. Understood? So here you take now output voltage V0 can be determined by the Ohm's law. So V0 is equal to V1 minus drop across the RF. Okay, you have to take difference in voltage. Okay, because there is a feedback resistor, right? So feedback is connected to where here V1 voltage and V0 voltage. Okay. So here you take V0 outside, here you will get V1 minus drop across the RF voltage here. So here RF voltage means you can take I into RF. Okay, V1 is virtual ground here, consider as 0 here. So you'll get 0 minus I into RF. Okay, then you'll get minus I into RF total. Okay, total voltage is how much here? Output side minus I into RF. What is I here? I1 plus I2 plus IN. We know the I1, right? Substitute here. V1 by R1. We know the I2, V2 by R2. We know the IN, VN by R1. Substitute in this equation. Then simplify here. Then simplify, multiply with RF here. Okay. So if you multiply with RF here, you get minus RF by R1 into V1 plus RF by R2 multiply with V2. Then RF by Rn multiply with Vn. Okay. Here resistance ratio, that is feedback resistance by the input resistance, that gives the what here? Weights. Okay, that is nothing but a what here? Weights. Means we are going to update the value of the resistance, not to add the voltages. Understood? So weight means what here now? Resistance value. Okay, as the resistance value we can vary here. Okay, from that we can make the different output voltages for the given input voltages. Understood? That's why I called as a weighted summer. Okay, weighted summer antandre, remember this one here. Here we are going to take the resistance value with respect to feedback resistance. Okay, so here what to take a number of input voltages, right? We can take any number of voltage source. Okay, here they have taken 3 voltages, that is V1 to Vn here. So for that, what we taken weights here, that is feedback resistance by the input resistance, that is the weight. So in order to add the input voltages, you have to update the resistance value. Okay, that's why we call it a weighted summer. Okay, again there is a one more coefficient for the summing here. Okay, it is independently adjusted by the adjusting the corresponding feed in resistor here. Understood? Here there are some drawback here for the weighted summer here. Okay, what are the drawbacks here? So all summing coefficients are same sign. Coefficient sign are same here. If it is a positive here, it will be positive. If it is a negative, it will be negative only. The need to may arises summing signal with the opposite side. Okay, so this is the second one. Suppose if you take a weighted summer for summing with the opposite side. Okay, suppose if you take an opposite sign means they'll take the one more op ampere. Okay, weighted summer for the summing signal with opposite sign means you take 2 op ampere. Okay, in earlier what they taken here, single op amp, right? This is a single op amp, but next what they taken here, weighted summer for the opposite side. Okay, weighted summer for the opposite side here. So for that you take now 2 op amp. Then this is the first op amp, this one is the second op amp here. The first op amp, it consists of 2 voltage source. Okay, first op amp, that is inverting op amp, it consists of 2 voltage source V1 and V2. Second op amp, it consists of again 3 voltages, which are those here, output of the first op amp, then V3 voltage, then V4 voltage. Okay, total how many voltages are there here? 4. V1, V2, V3, V4. Okay, for joining these 4 voltages here, they have taken 2 inverting op amp. Okay, for joining 3 voltages here, they have taken 2 op amp here. That is inverting op amp. So here output of the first op amp, it is connected to input of the second op amp here. Again, they have taken 7 resistors here. Okay, R1 for the V1 voltage, R2 for the V2 voltage, RA for the feedback resistance for the first op amp, RC for the feedback resistance for the second op amp here, and RB for the negative of the op amp, okay, for the controlling of the V0, then R3 for the V3, then R4 for the V4. Okay, from this one we can find out the output voltage. Okay, so we are going to add the signals with opposite sign. Okay, here how much you got here? Negative sign. Okay, for the first op amp, what is the V0 equation here? Negative multiplied by the weights multiplied by the input voltages. Yes or no? We are going to add the weights plus input voltage with negative sign. But here they have taken opposite sign. So opposite means they have taken one more inverting amplifier. Okay, here you make 180-degree phase shift here. Here you are going to make 180-degree phase shift here. Total you get a 360. By using two inverting op amp, you are making a non-inverting output. So inverting plus inverting. So what you get here? Non-inverting. Negative into negative. So what you get here? Positive. That's why they called opposites. Okay, weighted sum are with opposite sign. Here you take op amp as ideal mode here. So apply the superposition theorem now. Okay, from that we can write the equation for the V0. So V0 it is multiplied with the A1 A V1 plus B V2 plus C V3 plus D V4. This is the linear circuit. Okay, so now we have to find out the V1. V1 means what here? It's alone by using the V2, V3, V4 as 0. You know the superposition theorem, right? Same thing apply. Okay, first you take V0 equation like A into V1 plus B into V2 plus C into V3 plus D into V4. This is for the linear circuit. For finding the V1 here, consider the remaining voltages are 0. Okay, when VT is ground, V3 is ground, V4 is ground here. Okay, then we can find out the V01 voltage. V1 source voltage, we can find out the output voltage. That is a V01. So first you take V1. Okay, what is the output of the V1 now? Minus RA divided by R1. Okay, multiply by the V1. Okay, for this first inverting op amp. Means our feedback resistance multiplied by the divided by the input resistance multiplied by the source voltage. Okay, there is a negative op amp, right? So for that you put negative sign. Okay, feedback by input resistance multiplied by the source voltage with negative sign. Same thing apply for the one more inverting amplifier here. Then we can get output of the second op amp is now minus RC divided by RB, that is V01 dash. Okay, this is the V01, right? Same thing apply for the second op amp here. So what is second op amp here? RC by RB multiply by the V01. What is V01 here? First op amp output here. Understood? What is the first op amp output equation? Minus RA divided by R1 into V1. Then simplify here, we get V01 is equal to plus. The minus into minus will get a positive. RA divided by RB plus RC divided by R1 into V1. Understood? So this is for the first voltage. Okay, this is for the first voltage. Same thing you take now second voltage. What is second voltage here? V2. So V2 take it alone here. The remaining voltages are, we make it 0. V1 is equal to V3, V3 is equal to V4. That should be equal to 0. Same thing, write the equation now. So V1 is 0, V2 is corrected here, and V3 and V4 is 0. So when V1 is 0 here, what is the output of the first op amp now? V02. And the second source voltage is now output of the inverting op amp, first op amp, that is minus RA divided by R2, feedback by input resistance multiplied by the V2. Next you take second op amp. Second op amp equation now, that is minus RC divided by RB multiplied by the V02. Okay, what is V02 now? Minus RA divided by R2 multiplied by the V1. That is first op amp output here. Then simplify here, we get V02 is equal to RA divided by RB plus RC divided by R2 into V2. Understood? Same thing we can do it for the V3 also. When V3 is alone, consider V2, V2, V1, V2 and V4 is 0 voltage. Okay, so V3 is alone means you take apply V3 here, V1, V2 and V4 make it 0 here. So what is the output of the first op amp now? 0 here, because the both source are 0 voltage. Okay, so in first input, okay, first op amp input is V1 and V2 is 0 here. So output of the first op amp is always 0 now. Next, same thing apply for the second op amp here. So what we'll get now? So V03 is equal to minus R3 divided by R3 into V3. Okay. So what you got second op amp now? Output minus RC divided by R3. R3 and the V3. It is connected to V3 here. That's why I take we are connected V3 only. For that you can write the equation feedback by R3 into V3. Next, last one is what here? V4. So V4 we make it outside here. Then V1, V2, V3 make it 0 here. Again, first op amp is 0 because V1 and V2 is 0 here. Okay, V3 is 0 now. V4 is corrected. Okay, next you write the equation RC divided by V4 multiplied by the V4. So you got V4 is equal to now minus RC divided by R4 multiplied by V4. This is the second op amp output. Then if consider overall output voltage now. So V01 plus V02 plus V03 plus V04. Total you got 4 voltages, right? Substitute here. What you got V01. V01 is equal to what here? RA divided by RB plus RC divided by R1 into V1. What is V02 here? RA divided by RB plus into RC divided by R2 into V2. What is V03 here? Minus RC by R3 into V3. What is V4 here? Minus RC by R4 into V4. Same thing you submit in this equation here. Then you'll get a V0 is equal to V1 divided by RA divided by R1 into RC divided by RB plus V2 into RA divided by R2 into RC divided by RB minus V3 into RC by R3 minus V4 divided by RC, then R4. Okay, this is the complete output voltage equation for the opposite side. Okay, weighted sum or opposite sign. In exam, they can ask anything here. Okay, suppose they ask for the opposite sign means you have to write 2 op amp here. Suppose they ask for only summing signal means you have to write only 1 op amp diagram here. Okay, there is a difference here. There is only one topic here, that is weighted summer. In weighted summer, there are 2 types here. One is adding the signal, means adding the 3 voltages using only 1 op amp. Okay, second one is what here? Weighted summer for the summing signal with the opposite side. Okay, opposite side means you take one more second op amp here. Sometimes they ask to both derivation also. It depends on exam there. Okay, that's a practice properly. Okay, first derivation and second derivation. There is a continuation here. Complete first to second derivation. Understood? So here I'll stop the class now. Is there any doubts? You can call me. I will stop the class now. We can leave the meeting.